Hello everyone and welcome to F.C.T Abuja Nigeria Limited, your number one luxurious property sellers in the heart of Abuja. Of course, we've always brought to you smart homes. We always bring to you luxurious homes located all over Abuja. Of course, we're engaged in the construction, management, as well as sales of luxurious homes. And I can tell you, this is one of it. A mighty edifice, a two-story edifice. It's magnificent from the gates all the way down inside. You can notice the big pillars as well, strong gates, good security, obviously a green area, flowers and trees planted everywhere to give the future owners of this property some of the best in terms of luxurious and lifestyle. Now let me take you inside the gates and let's just go around the entire property. Let me show you what this amazing luxurious home here has to offer. Of course, coming inside, you'll notice that the gates are very durable. It starts with a security post just by my right there. Now you can see the entire property is truly glorious. A lot has been spent in the construction as well as, of course, the finishing of this entire home. Just as you can see, it's still a work in progress. It has a nice car park there. Of course, very spacious. Space here wasn't economized. Company here took in special efforts towards making that the owner of this particular home will have some of the best in luxuries. We have been having demands of persons saying, oh, they don't want terraces or fully detached. They don't want to stay in estates. They want properties like this, stand alone, where you have your privacy, you have everything. You can notice the windows, the lightnings are just simply amazing. Upon completion, this property will pose to be fully finished. Now let me take you around. Just as you can notice the lovely flowers, planted all across the property. Luxurious lightnings too as well. Now, this property also poses several entrances. Of course, there are several entrances as well as exit points, just as you can see with the door on my right. Now, water was also considered. You can see that there are tanks, of course, positioned all across, especially with filtering systems as well, to ensure that the future owner of this property, despite having the government water supply, doesn't run dry. There are also drainages all around this property, in case of heavy rainfall and the rest, to cater for the needs of the future owners of this amazing property. Now, just take a look. This is extremely glorious, and it doesn't end there. Of course, as I said earlier on, entry and exit doors all around. The finishing is amazing. Just point the camera up. The finishing of this particular property is truly amazing. Now, let me also show you this property has. Of course, if you will come with me, you will notice here, yes, that there is a nice planned area here, and of course it comes with a swimming pool. It has the different levels as well, different depth levels, of course, to accommodate for various users. Nice apartments, strong windows, of course, soundproof. Now, there's one thing that our company is actually known for, giving you some of the best in luxury and lifestyle. You can notice the big size pillars, of course, to sustain and, of course, to maintain this property. I can also promise you that this property will not need any maintenance for the next 10 years. Now, this is due to the amount of money invested, of course, in its construction, as well as its building. Its foundation is something I can tell you about. Now, of course, you can notice that there are various entrances, just as I said earlier on, a luxurious car park as well, befitting of such a lovely property. A lot was put into the design of this. We had various suggestions too along the way as to how the car park should look, as well as its position. Now, everything is being fitted to good specification. Now, of course, several considerations too, of course, of installing more tanks to accommodate for the water needs of this particular home. Generator house too as well, just at the back. Very luxurious and wonderful. Now, let me take you inside this amazing property and let me show you as well what it has to offer. Of course, just as you've noticed by my left here, you'll notice that there are provisions for light bulbs, of course, to be fixed all across, the flower area here to truly light up the entire home. Of course, we'll do a remake of this video upon full completion of this entire property so that you have a sneak peek into just what this amazing mansion, I have to call it, has to offer. This is the first of its kind, of course, from our company to you, and it promises to give you the best, of course, in terms of luxury and lifestyle. Just one family, your privacy, comfort, and everything. So let me take you inside this lovely property and let me show you what it has to offer. Of course, from the entrance, you can notice the lovely doors. This was chosen right from inception, of course, to make do for the big hallway. Just as you can see, it's lovely, it's durable, and it's also bulletproof. Yes, this entire property, of course, caters for your security. Now, coming in, we have a nice lobby area here, just as you can see. The visitors' toilets, 2 visitors' toilets, of course, are towards my right. Of course, construction, screening, and the likes are still going on. But you can just put the camera through can see nicely built, fully finished as well. Construction still ongoing. Of course, toilet fittings have already been installed. Now let me take you to other amazing areas of this house, just as you like to see. You can see the nice space. You can see the nice space, well spaced. Now this happens to be the visitors waiting room area. You can see the lightnings, of course, installations of ACs will be done. Nice protection iron bars as well has already been installed. Good windows, good fittings, good ground clearance. You can take in and admire the marbles being used on this particular structure. Solid and strong. I can tell you strong by the words of it. Clear. Now, let me also take you into the parlor. Now, from the visitors area, of course, we just walk down and we are coming into the parlor. Massive. Truly massive. Space, of course, was being put into this. Time and effort was being put into the design and planning of this. Probably after this video, I'll show you the master plan of this house so that you could just have a peek into how large this parlor is. I mean, this is like my room times 4 being fitted on one parlor. This is massive. It's very massive. Finishings, touches are still being made on this entire house. You can notice that there are switches all over as well. Of course, chandeliers will be installed upwards. Lights are already being installed as well. Promises to give you some of the best. Now, you can notice the design on the walls too. You can just point your camera to there. Of course, the area for the TV. These are all king size. This property is not just made for those big boys of Abuja. No, it's made for the big daddies of Abuja. Believe you me, this property will take a whole lot in terms of chunk from your savings. From the living room area here, of course, we have a nice, spacious dining room area as well. Good ground clearance, multiple windows for ventilation, as you can see. Fittings are already being installed on the wall as well. You can also spot one here. The kitchen is right by my left, and I would like to show you fittings have already been installed. More are still being installed as well. Now, this is the kitchen area. You can see how massive this place is. The kitchen area actually happens to be my favorite part because of what comes out of it, of course, at the end. Now, this is the lovely place where magic happens, and you can see the finishing from start to finish. Very nice and large store area here. Glasses, of course, will be installed here to give the future owners, or the future owner, yes, I have to use that word, future owner, because there's going to be one person, one lucky person of this amazing property. So let me take you upstairs and let me show you more of what this amazing property has to offer. Before going upstairs, I would like to give you the highlights of this particular property, and this is it. An elevator leading right from the ground floor straight to the second floor. Welcome to the first floor. At F.C.T Abuja Nigeria Limited, we are known for giving you smart homes. We are known for giving you luxury as well as some of the best in lifestyles. We're also known for, fully detached duplexes, terraces, and the likes of that. But today we're bringing to you stand-alone properties, and this is one of its kind. Of course, bulletproof doors, even right on the first floor. We don't compromise security or safety. A nice balcony as well, which will give you a nice view of the entire area, providing the form of the best in terms of security and the rest. You can notice the nice lightning up there. Good ground clearance as well. This is the family lobby area. A place where chairs could be arranged. It even has provision for a television set. And the family could also sit and have a nice time. Now, as I made mention, 7 rooms in total on this mansion. And I can categorically tell you that from that 7, 4 of these are all master's room. Now, let me introduce you to some of them. Now, this happens to be our room number 2. Of course, the visitor's room is on the ground floor. This is one of those master's rooms. You can see exceptional finishing, spacious, very, very spacious. Like, if you are like me and you love space, you have to love this entire property. Of course, it was built with the rich in mind. It was built, as a matter of fact, with billionaires in mind, with persons who love class and will bring to you class. The good thing about it is that this room is still under construction. This entire property is still under construction. We're not even done with the finishing yet. Nice wardrobes, of course, just as you can see here towards my front. Everything built with exquisite taste. This happens to be a home away from home. Of course, we're bringing that Japa syndrome that I brought down here. Now, as you can see, glass finishings as well, different sections, both up, there to give you some of the best, as I said earlier on, in lifestyle. Now, you can also see the POP ceiling. The finishing is also unique on all of these properties. Now, one good thing about this various 4 master's bedroom is that they also possess a balcony. Now, as you can see from the balcony area here, you can have a quick look at your neighbors, of course, and the surrounding environment, also spacious as well. Well security proofed, of course, to also protect your children as well as elderly persons from falling off. Now, provisions too will also be made for the television hangers and the rest. And of course, this happens to be a massive room. Now, let's go to our room number 3, which just happens to be by my right here. No, another master's room. Like, who builds a house like this? Of course, here you have it. Room number 3, very spacious, of course. Work is still ongoing here, just as you can see. Good POP ceiling design as well. A nice wardrobe, I have to tell you. A nice wardrobe, of course. Nice finishings. Uniqueness too in terms of its design. You know, nice doors. Of course, all doors, just as I told you earlier on, are bullet-proof. All doors, security in mind. Also a balcony area there too as well. So let me take you to the children's room, which happens to be room number 4 and 5. And let's see what those amazing rooms has to offer. Of course, ventilations too. 3 windows in all rooms, of course, to cover for ventilation. Of course, you can see how big the lobby is. On the first floor towards my right here, you would also notice that there's an elevator, you know, there. Of course, I told you earlier on from the ground floor that it runs right from the ground floor straight to the second floor. So let's enter our room number 4, which also happens to be a children's room. Our room number 5 is just here. And yes, this is it. Still on the first floor, let me also show you one amazing feature that this lovely mansion located in the heart of Gwarinpa, of course, very close to our office, also has to offer. Now, you don't see this much in terraces, semi-detached, or fully detached duplexes. It also has a kitchen on the first floor. 7 bedrooms in all, fully detached, standalone building, luxuriously built, waiting for that one lucky person who would actually have this to call home. Of course, each room, as I said earlier on, are smart. The entire building itself is a smart home, comes with an elevator, you know, nice finishings as well too. Good rail bars, just as you can see here. And of course, with speakers on each staircase, as well as in the rooms too. Welcome to the second floor, which also happens to be the last floor of this beautiful edifice. Of course, coming straight up from the staircase, we're welcomed by the elevator. You know, nicely built, of course, spaced to contain over 9 persons. Now, coming into the second floor, notice that there's a lobby area here for the family. Beautifully built, I can tell you, of course. More fittings waiting to be added. Of course, as I said in the initial part of this video, that more updates would also be brought concerning this property. Of course, you can see the nice wardrobes here. Let's go to our room number 7 and let's see what that amazing property has to offer. Of course, this happens to be our room number 7 and also the last room in this epic building. Now, of course, ventilation is being catered for in this entire property. Now, we also have the wardrobe units also installed here too. Nice finishing, of course. The toilet is also by my left over there. And as you would notice, this entire property was built with luxury in mind. All for shrinking money, I can tell you that. Right in the heart of Gwarinpa, we give you some of the best in terms of properties. Right in the heart of Abuja, the best in terms of real estate. This happens to be the first of its kind for us at F.C.T Abuja Nigeria Limited. Lovely designs, lovely engineering. Of course, all our hands are all dirty, you know, and the rest just to give you some of the best. And of course, we hold our customers at heart. We are a management company. We also engage in the construction as well as sales of properties right across Nigeria, as well as in Turkey, Dubai, and the United Kingdom. So engage in the letting as well as leasing too of properties all over the world. Now, why not just give us a call or visit our page by clicking the link displayed below, or better still, you could just come over to our office located at SH33 Dankoli Plaza, right beside EcoBank, 4th Avenue, Gwarinpa, Abuja, and we could talk business. This property is currently available for sale, and we can guarantee you that this property, of course, will serve its needs. As I said earlier on, right at the swimming pool spot, I told you that this property has over 10 years in terms of warranty. There will be no need to service a single pin in this property. All of our materials, of course, were sourced from abroad with some of the best of engineers as well, just to give you the best in terms of real estate.